CHIS, holder identification number, custodial model. If you're new to investing on the ASX, the Australian Stock Exchange, you will come across these terms and they can be quite confusing. So this video will explore what these terms mean and what impact it has on your investment decisions. CHIS stands for Clearinghouse Electronic Subregister System. It is a central database through which ASX keeps track of who owns what. Every time someone buys or sells a security, the ASX records in the CHIS system who sold and who bought. In this way, the ASX at a point in time has a complete picture of the ownership of the securities being traded. But how does it do it? It does it by assigning everyone a unique holder identification number, or HIN. Similar to your bank account number, the holder identification number is unique to you. Every time you buy securities, it is deposited in that account. And if you want to sell, it's taken out of that account. So holder identification number is your identification of the ownership of your securities. But how do you get a holder identification number? If you remember the previous video, I discussed about stock markets and how you use a broker to trade on them. When you apply to a broker for a brokerage account, your broker will apply to the ASX on your behalf to get a holder identification number. And once received, the ASX knows your investments are parked there. Your broker will provide you that number, and if you buy and sell through that broker, your securities will be recorded against that holder identification number. In this way, they're identified, locked away, secured in your name. Now, if you decide to open multiple accounts with the same broker, or you decide to trade with different brokers, each account that you have will have its own unique holder identification number. Again, similar to your bank account. So far, so good. So what is the custodial model? As the name suggests, in a custodial model, your broker acts as a custodian of your securities. What do I mean? Instead of you getting your own individual holder identification number in the CHIS system, your broker will open one account. And in that one account, it will put all of its client securities. But why is the broker doing this? Well, it comes down to fees. Every time you buy or sell securities on the Australian Stock Exchange, your broker will charge you a fee. The fee is meant to cover the broker's cost, their profit, as well as a clearing fee to the Australian Stock Exchange. By holding everything in one account, these clearing fees are reduced dramatically. So what advantage does it give you? The broker in most cases is able to give you a lower fee to trade on the stock market. Instead of, let's say, paying $10 or $20, you might end up paying $5. So that is a big difference. And that's why it seems attractive when you're going for that, because you're paying lower fees. Lower fees for the broker, passed on to the customer. But like every other thing, it is best to know the risk you are taking. In a custodial model, you have two big risks. Number one, the risk of default. If your broker goes under, is liquidated, is unable to trade any further, administrators come in. What happens to your securities? Realistically, the regulators always put in place controls to make sure that your securities are isolated and they can be recovered. But think of it this way. All the broker's clients' securities are sitting in one account. Someone has to go in, segregate them, take them out, and then distribute it to the individual holders. That will take time, even if all the records are in place. In extreme cases, you may actually end up losing your securities, or you may suffer a loss. An example of this is BBY. Back in 2015, this brokerage house went under, and a lot of its clients were on the custodial model. KPMG were appointed to come in and distribute the money, except it took them over 6 years to work out who owns what, because, as it turned out, the brokerage house had misappropriated client funds and people lost money. Number two, communication. As a shareholder, you're entitled to receive important information from the company. As an example, dividend being declared, if there's a dividend reinvestment plan, or if there's anything significant like a merger, acquisition, or anything which impacts the business or its model. That communication is sent out to those people which company identifies on the ASX CHIS system. In the custodian model, when the company looks to the ASX, they will find the broker's account and they will send the communication. It is the broker's responsibility to pass on this communication over to you as a shareholder. And there are cases where information was not sent in a timely manner, or sometimes not communicated at all. So you may end up missing on important communication. So that's something you should keep in mind. I hope you found some value out of this video and understand now what CHIS, the holder identification number, the custodial models are. And if you like this video, I will link another video which you might like to look at. Please do consider giving it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And until next time, bye.